Good afternoon, folks. This is Marc with Marcs Mobility. We have a Hoveround HD6 with a 600-pound weight capability. Very, very hard to find power chair unless you want to buy a new one. And this power chair has 180 hours. Good afternoon, folks. This is Marc with Marcs Mobility. I'm back with a broken kneecap. So I fell in my attic at my home, and my better half was not too happy with me. But here we are, and we're only a few weeks away from getting this crazy thing off. So let's do some videos. So as I was saying, this is the Hoveround HD6 600-pound weight capability. It has 180 hours, so it was used for like 8-9 months. Let's just say less than a year, 8-9 months. But this chair is a tank. When I say tank, means it is built like a tank. It has motors like a tank. This chair will get you probably $1,500 to $2,000 before you have to replace the motors. This chair is super heavy duty. The motors are a little bit noisy in the house because they're HD motors. The nice thing about this chair also is that it has a super large seat. Now remember, Hoveround, that's the way they are. But look how contoured look how rounded that is. This is 24 inches wide by only 17 deep. That's the way Hoveround makes these large chairs. 24 by 17, so you'll be sitting forward. You won't be sitting deep in your seat because they want you forward on top of the wheels when you're sitting in this chair, okay? You can see the foot plate right here raises up, so when you get in. Now the seat can be raised up a little bit. It's on the bottom hole, but we can go one more hole to make it a little bit higher. This chair has two motors. As I said, they're HD motors. They're right under here, okay? There's one under here and there's one under here for each wheels. If I want to push this chair, you can see it won't move because it weighs probably 350 pounds. But if you turn the power off, and right here you can see it tells you in the bottom of the foot plate, you might not be able to see that. There's a lever here, like an 8-ball round, push it down. That's this motor, push the other one down, and now look. I've turned the power off on the chair so you don't have no resistance. When you're done, power up, motor gear up on both motors, and now turn the power back on, and you can see the chair, how the chair is going to turn. So this is what it looks like in your house. A couple more things we need to cover about this chair. Right now, I can push the seat down with no problem, okay? All the way up to here. So this would be about 32 inches is your high point right here, 32 inches. Now, the way it is now, from outside arm to outside arm, we're at 29 inches, okay? The chair is only 27 inches, but because it's such a large seat, the arms are going to be wider. We're at 29 inches. We can bring the arms in. There's a little lever in the back, you can see, and if I bring them in, there we go. You got to be careful when you push the seat, you don't damage the seat, but you can bring these arms in to 28 inches. You can bring both of them in. I'm going to bring that one in also. But now if I push the seat, there's a screw here on both sides. You might damage the seat, but as long as you don't push the seat back, you can bring the arms in, and we should be at 28 inches. But I'm going to double check that because I don't want to give you bad information. Folks, 28 inches, exactly. So if you have a 30-inch door, you still got 2 inches to go. So I'm going to bring them back out a little bit so I don't damage the seat. There we go. There's one. As I said, everything's heavy duty with this chair. Bring the other one out. So now, when we ship it to you, we won't damage the seat. All right, so that's that. So the arms flip up, okay? This cable's too tight. These arms flip up. If you're left-handed, the joystick can go on the left side, and it will flip up also, okay? These are 9-inch tires. What's nice about these tires, it's not how tall they are, it's how wide they are. They're really good for the yard because they're knobby and they're wide, okay? If you look at the back of the chair, you can see this is a tank. You got 4 wheels in the back, double forks, both sides. You have a pouch here for your charger. The battery casing is in here. So folks, This is not a super fast chair. This chair probably has a top speed of 4.5 miles an hour. So it's not made for speed, it's made for power. It's a high torque, heavy duty chair, 600-pound weight capability. When you charge the batteries in that chair, you'll get a charger with it. It probably won't be this charger here, but we'll use this for example. They plug in always, usually right there. And as soon as the light turns green on your charger, that means the batteries are full and the charger will stop charging. Okay? Now because I plugged it in, it's blinking. I'm going to put it back on. All right, so let's recap what we have here. This is a Hoveround power chair made here in the USA. This power chair has a 600-pound weight capability. The seat is 24 by 17. The joystick's on the right. It has an extra large footplate for your feet that's about 17 inches wide by 12 inches deep. It has heavy-duty rear tires. It has 9-inch by 4-inch or 3.5 by 9-inch tires in front. HD motors. So if you need a HD chair to get you from A to B, you're not going to be sorry with this one. So this is the Hoveround HD6 power chair. Top speed, maybe 4.5 miles an hour. So as I said, it's not a speed demon. It's more for power. And this one here, because the motors are heavy duty, you will hear a slight hum in both motors. That's what you want to hear because these are the heavy duty motors. Should have no problem in the grass. What you'll notice with this chair, how you'll notice these motors are powerful, you could have a 500-pound person in this chair and go in the yard, in the grass, as long as it's nice and straight, it will not slow down. The motors have no problem pulling someone in the yard, as long as, I'm not talking about a potato field, but if you have a cut grass, you'll see it won't even slow down because the motors are so powerful. Again, remember the arms, if you push them in, they're 28. If you leave them out, they're 29. Extra large foot plate, you can flip up. 9-inch by 3.5-inch knobby tires. This chair has 180 hours, but that is nothing for this type of chair with these motors. So if you're looking for an HD chair with a seat being 24 by 17 deep, with a 600-pound capability, this one will have no problem. Hi, I'm Marc.
And my name is Alex. We're co-owners of Marcs Mobility.
I started this company in 1995.
We sell many products, not just what you see in this video. If you have any questions or concerns, please call us at the number below at 800-677-6293. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.